show up even on the sideline over there. The Bundage kid didn't play. Their punt returner inside slot, he wasn't there. I obviously lost McCleskey earlier in the week. So for those guys to rally and guys that had not played a lot stepped in, and I thought they did a pretty good job for him. And I think that's a tribute to him. I think him and his staff did a really good job of getting them ready to go. I thought they had a really good game plan and they executed it. That was the key. There's a lot of things that I'm sure we'll answer in the question. So why don't we just take those?
Did you see enough good things in Stanley that you have settled your quarterback situation and he'll just start the rest of the year?
Tom, what we'll do is we'll go back and look at the tape. It's hard for me to make that assumption without looking at the video. There's a lot of things that we saw that we liked, but honestly, it would be very premature for me to say that right now without looking at everything, because sometimes you'll look at something out there and maybe we got away with something that you're like, oh, that's not really how it should go, and we got lucky. So we'll see.
Second quarter, Oklahoma State was second in goal from the 1. Can you explain the poise and the discipline your defense showed to where it led to an offensive pass interference and then kind of pushed them back and they had to settle for a field goal?
That was a positive in the game, and that really goes back to what we preach, and Clint does a terrific job of making sure that our team understands the value of making them snap it again. There's a lot of things that can happen when you make them snap it again, and that was a drive that basically was living proof of it. Make them snap it again, and it paid dividends that time. I thought, we missed a tackle on the play previous to that, and then we had another guy come off of a block and make a tackle and get him down, and we had a guy miss the tackle right in the hole, and normally that's a touchdown. But there was some extra effort there by another guy to get him down, and that led to them having to kick a field goal.
Is this the Carter that you saw in fall camp?
Some of it, not. I'm gonna have to look at the tape. Once again, I'm managing the whole game, so really being able to say we didn't win. We scored, some points to put us in position, so it's not like we won the game. So I'm not going to anoint a guy because we scored a few points. We got to look at it on the tape and make sure, right? And I think he did some really nice things, but there's also some things that I know he would want back, and we would want back. He'll get better from here. I will say this: I will attribute it to his work ethic and his demeanor as the announcements came down, because you can't rep them all. He continued to rep every day. Every single day he would air rep by himself, basically back there. I say by himself, but back there he got every single play, and because of that, it's given him an opportunity to execute for us when his number gets called. Hopefully we'll get Miles back this next week, and we'll have a full room of competition.
If he's just explained to you guys, you had all three quarterbacks, the winter, spring, and summer, and Carter was obviously your third quarterback the first 4 weeks. Just what circumstances lead to your third guy playing every snap in this game?
Well, we knew they had an active front. We knew they had some very athletic guys. They're built a little differently than they used to be. They were really, really big. These guys were long, lean, fast guys. Knew Bundage could be an issue and that they had some good rushers. We knew we couldn't just stand in the pocket and really hold up. We still got sacked 5 times today. And they're an active front. And the matchup was not great if we weren't able to move. So I don't look at it like you do, and no disrespect, but I don't look at it as 1, 2, and 3. I know maybe that's semantics, but Carter's skill set fit what we needed, and we trusted him because he's prepared well. And it wasn't anything against Peyton; he's prepared well too.
Just to be clear, then every week is that what you plan to do? Is just look at the specific matchup and say, "Hey, we fit this quarterback."
Man, you're not going to bait me into that right now, brother. Listen, I got to look at the tape. So, we're not talking about the quarterback anymore, so no more questions about that. Let's go to something else.
You talked about how in the previous games this season, defenses were rolling towards Steven Sims. Will you have to continue to creatively utilize him so that he can be productive and be the Steven Sims that we've seen?
Yeah, I think we need to continue to do that, obviously, to get your playmakers the ball. And I think one thing that's helping us is Puka being established. And him in the running game makes it very difficult sometimes to roll and dedicate 2 guys to him. Now you're a man short in a box, or you have to be in too high. And, I don't know that people want to be in that a lot when you got a guy that can take it. Like Justice Hill's a very good example. I mean, this guy rushes for 189 yards is what I saw, and I'd be interested to see how many yards he had after first contact. I mean, the guy's a terrific player, but we got to get him down. I mean, get him down. We got to use technique and get him down, but he doesn't do it like that to everyone, but he does it to a lot of them, right? We helped him a little bit today, but he's a terrific back, and I thought he ran really hard. He was as much a difference for them as anybody today, I thought. I thought he did a great job. I think he's going to be a surefire pro, going to have a great career. I'd draft him, I promise you.
So did Sims being more involved today have anything to do with better chemistry with Stanley, or do you think it was more play calling?
No, I think maybe where we had him in the alignment probably helped a little bit versus their alignment, versus what they do. That helped a little bit. And then knowing kind of how we thought they would structure a little bit, we felt like we got to a point where we had enough guys trained in other positions to be able to move him safely and be able to get the ball to him. So.
Let's take 2 more questions.
Obviously those deep balls were problematic for the secondary. Anything in particular kind of stand out for you with those breakdowns?
You know, they did a lot of double moves today. They scored on 3 double moves today. 2 of them were the same play. They're dragging their guy down underneath, and it looks like he's kind of giving up on the play. It's a really effective way to do it, and they were in kind of a max protection look, so they got good protection out of it. Those things that take a little while to develop, and you know the first one, Tyron, they drag him underneath, and he looks like the play's over, and then he just takes off, and that dude's really fast. If you lose your eyes now, it's a problem, and that's what happened with Shaq. They came back and did it the other way with number 2 Wallace on Corian. And that's how those guys got open down there. And they double moved Hassan. That guy ran a great route. I mean, he broke it all. It was a great route. Hassan, you know, he's trying to play aggressive, but you know, technique will take care of that. We'll solve that. We'll get better at that. But the kid did run a good route. I'll give him credit on that. It looked like he was running the out from the number 2 spot. I mean, I was watching him.
How did your guys handle kind of the emotional seesaw? Hempstead gets the interception, you're up. It's not soon after offense fumbles, but then the defense comes back and forces Oklahoma State to pump.
You know, I thought that was growth for us. It really was. Offensively, we were livid as an offense and really as a team that we turned that ball over because it was certainly preventable, and we haven't done that. But to see our defense come back and we put Elmore in there and he went back there and made a play, I mean, it was fairly early in his snaps too, which tells us the guy's got some pretty good ball skills, and that was good to see. Good to see. I thought he really came in and competed there towards the end of the game. I think we might have found ourselves a guy that's been really playing a lot more corner for us than safety. So that was good to see him do that. So, all right, guys.